for confirmation of accuracy, and more importantly, that in this election, because of the decision that was rendered by this court in the Raila Odinga decision in 2017, the commission, in reconceptualizing or reconfiguring its electoral architecture, gave a public portal for people to be able to also follow, thereby meeting the constitutional imperative of transparency. It then meant that if I'd gotten my results from my village, my primary school where I vote, I would be able to follow those results all the way to Nairobi and take account and follow if at all there is anything that would have happened or changed. Then I must be the first person to be able to raise that concern. It should also not be lost that in that polling station, we have our agents, we have our observers. Again, to add to the fact of verifiability. So that then is the architecture of what our election pathway looks like. That said, it then must follow that at the polling station, if I am a candidate, I certainly must have interest in the outcome in that particular polling station. Because a copy of the results from the polling station would be given to me, I then should be able to communicate with my team, perhaps my national agent for a particular candidate, a particular party, to be able to demonstrate that what we got in member primary school and what has been transmitted to the National Tallying Center is one and the same. And that in the event that there's a discrepancy, it does not take magic to be able to point out that. Now, as to whether this technology was successful, Michael Ouma deposed in his affidavit that 46,201 KIMS kits deployed throughout the Republic worked out of the 46,229. It then leaves us just with about 200 KIMS kits, which did not work at the opening or start of election on that particular day. I ask myself, if out of 46,000 KIMS kits, only 200 do not work, would I say I've failed? Even in our educational system, an A does not connote 100%. It starts somewhere from 88%, going all the way to 100%. The mathematical representation of this gives us more than 99% success rate. In our view, that then achieved the constitutional imperatives that are contemplated under Article 86. Again, for purposes of confirming whether that system is secure, I invite you, my ladies and my lords, to look at paragraphs 51 to 63 of the affidavit of Michael Ouma. Again, just to mention a few items in relation to that, that KIMS gadget works in specific ways. It is first locked to a specific polling station, meaning you can then not use it once you've locked it to the events of that day to transmit results from a different station for purposes of that election. That the entire network through which the results are transmitted are secured or double layered with firewalls, meaning there's the first firewall and the second firewall for purposes of securing that transmission. Very significant again to mention that at the point at which that image is to be transferred, it is encrypted. So as it is transmitted, it is not in the form of what we would imagine the image of Form 34A. If I was to use an example, if it was to be a water pipe and it is to be encrypted, it means if you broke into that water pipe, because we all know that the chemical formula of water is H2O, you'll get your hydrogen on one side, you'll get your oxygen on one side. It then means you'd not be able to make sense of that water that you're looking for. Again, we must